I just ran 5.3 miles. My average pace was 14 minutes a mile. It's not too bad considering I have been having trouble with my Achilles lately. Today is Monday. I did my long run today because I didn't run yesterday. My lower calves around my Achilles were just hurting so bad. So I spent Friday night and all weekend doctoring them with massages and heel drops and everything else I could think of. But they feel good today. They haven't really been bothering me much. A little bit on the uphills, but not too bad. So I am dripping sweat and red in the face. I'm dedicating this video to all the rookie mistakes. A few that I made today are, one, I was trying to do a 10K. So trying to do a 10K when you've had a weekend full of pain and not giving it more time. But I did 5.3 miles. Two, when it gets hotter, especially here in Texas, you are more prone to chafing. So that was a rookie mistake. Because I'm not wearing the right kind of shorts. I'm really gonna have to find me a trail that is not shared with horses, because this deep, loose sand is really hard to work through. I mean, I really struggle with it, especially when you have sore calves and stuff. It's tough. One thing I did today that I was really proud of, this is that first trail from my first video where I wanted to go to the scenic lookout, but I came across this creek and wasn't ready to run through the water. I ran through the water today. It wasn't as high, but it was still, I mean, I got wet up to my ankle, parts of it. But I was going along and I got to it and I was like, dang it, there's nowhere to cross. And then I was like, you know what? I am running a trail. I'm a trail runner. So I'm going through this water and my feet got wet. And of course I had to cross it coming back because it was a one-way out. So I ran through it twice and it was fun. It actually felt good. And my shoes dried pretty quickly, and I got me some of those Injinji trail socks the other day. I love them. I absolutely love them. Thank you to Drew at the REI here locally for recommending them, because they are great. They're absolutely great, because I have one, like my fourth toe on each foot sort of like curves in a little bit, and if that toenail gets too long, it digs into my other toe. Not that I have like freaky feet or anything. I think that's pretty common, but yeah, I love them, and they dry quickly. My feet don't feel sweaty, so thank you, Drew. I did actually a mile and a half earlier today because I took my daughter's car to the shop to get the air conditioner fixed, and I ran home from the shop. I guess when you add that on to my 5.3 miles I just did, I've had my longest run to date. But I didn't track that run because, I don't know, it was just easy to just run home real quick. And I don't know if it was a full mile and a half, but it was pretty close. So I was proud of that, running twice in one day after coming off all this pain. My plan for the next week is to do a lot more of that recovery work, because just everything I did in the past 2 days has helped me tremendously with this Achilles tendonitis or whatever it is, tendinosis. I have no idea. I'm trying to self-diagnose. But everything I've read about pain in that area has to do with your Achilles. And I'm not young, and I know I'm trying to do too much too fast. And I really think what triggered it was last Tuesday. I did 3.5 miles on the road, and I was working on my form and decided that I wasn't lifting my feet up enough behind me, like with a hamstring kind of pull up toward my butt. So that 3.5 miles, I focused on that the whole time, trying to get my feet more off the ground so that they would land more under me instead of in front of me. And I think trying to do that for so long and at the normal speed that I run on the road, I think I overworked my Achilles somehow. That's the only thing I can think of, because it's both feet. I mean, it's both ankles. And it was that next morning after that run that I could not walk. My feet hurt so bad. And then I tried to do that trail run that you saw in my last video, where I was walking most of the time because it hurt so bad. So I'm pretty sure that that's what it was. My plan for this week, anyhow, back to that, is I'm back at my car. Hey, to do the recovery and to start my strength training. And for my cross training, you know, I have a bike, nothing fancy, just a little bike, and I'm just not a big bike person, so I think I'm just gonna walk. I'll probably do a couple of low mileage runs around my neighborhood, and then, or for me, low mileage is like 3 miles, 3 to 4. And then really try this week, really try to discipline myself and not get back on the trail until next weekend, until Sunday. So that gives me, you know, 6 whole days to behave and have some self-control. But I do want to run Sunday a long trail run somewhere new, and I have a place in mind that I'm going to look into, but I think it's really kind of technical, as far as you can get technical around the Dallas-Fort Worth area. But so I don't know if it's going to be too much for me to handle. I want to feel good enough to do it and try to do a 10K. I think the best thing for me to do is to stay off the trail for the rest of this week. We'll see if that's possible. That's all I got.